Hello and welcome to today's event. I'm Aktion Associates Industry Marketing Specialist Jason Naxet, and welcome to today's event. Unlock powerful business intelligence with Aktion and Phocas. With an ever-increasing business complexity, planning your company's financial future doesn't have to be uncertain. With the right business planning and analytics platform, it's faster and easier with less administrative burden and can be more connected with your entire organization. At the end of today's presentation, we'll have a place for questions for you. We're also doing a couple of polls just to get a temperature check and see like kind of the challenges your company is facing. And we'll let you know when those are coming up. Today's presenter is Alexa West from Phocas. One more note before we get started. At the bottom of your screen, you'll see a set of icons. From there, you can ask questions. You can download any of our resources attached, and schedule a demo from Aktion or Phocas, and we'll provide their contact information at the end of today's presentation. So, without any further ado, Alexa, go ahead, take it away.
Thank you, Jason, for that great introduction. Hi, everyone. I'm Alexa West. I'm a sales executive here at Phocas. Been here for the last 3 years, and in that time, I've had the privilege of working closely with hundreds of distributors. More recently, in the last 2 years, I've been working exclusively with Infor customers and helping those folks explore and adopt the Phocas solutions. On the agenda for today, in this session, I hope to give you a really good introduction to Phocas, who we are, and how we're helping your peers, and how we transform your ERP data into insights with everything from dashboards to analytics to our embedded AI, and even introducing you to our AI journey down the line, and a new product that you might be hearing more about in the next upcoming months called Insights. That could be a huge value add to your Phocas platform and your sales teams. For anyone on the call not familiar with Phocas, I'd love to give you just a little bit of background. We're a global organization. We've been around for 24 years. And in that time, we've expanded to offer a full suite of a la carte solutions. They solve a variety of different business challenges, and they're all specific to distributors like yourselves. Today, we work with around 160 Infor customers. I think it's more around 170 at the moment, and a few dozen Aktion clients as well. We have a great partnership here with the Aktion team where they actually implement, train, and support our Aktion Phocas mutual customers. And no matter what ERP you're on with Infor, whether it's A+, Fax, SXC, or CSD, even one of our other 200 integrations that we have, we do have a solution pre-built that can get you up and running with a modern reporting layer very, very quickly. And I love this slide because it highlights how our platform is bringing together all of your business data and all of your people, so everyone in the organization can do more. So we're an all-in-one platform for business planning and analytics, connecting everyone with the information that they need and when they need it. So whether you're the CEO or on the board, now you have access to pre-built automated reports, alerts tailored to your specific needs. You can be informed and have a tool where you can drill down into the underlying data and make decisions based on actuals very, very quickly. CFO and finance love Phocas. They can spend less time collecting, formatting, reformatting the data, and more time analyzing that information and steering the business. Sales and operations, they can dive into customer details, identify trends and insights, analyze performance, etc. And one thing I hear that's a common challenge from our distributors today is managing multiple systems across the business. So having one for sales and operations, or maybe another one for finance. And while each tool might serve its own purpose, what ends up happening is fragmentation. So teams spend more time figuring out which numbers to trust rather than actually being able to act on them. And that's really where Phocas aims to come in, is unifying your data across departments, giving everyone a single source of truth, whether it's sales team tracking performance, operations, managing stock levels, finance, analyzing margin. Everyone's working from that same set of reliable numbers pulled directly from your ERP. And then on top of that, taking it further than reporting and giving departments a tool where they can drill down into detail, apply logic, follow their train of thought, etc. And I love this next slide. So I think this visualization does a really good job of representing the real value of Phocas. And I think the true value of this tool, aside from reporting, is giving your business and its users a way to follow their hunches about what's happening in the business and backing it with data on the fly. So, what's happening with our customer or product group? Why are our sales dipping in this region? Are discounts or rebates cutting too deeply into our margins? Why are back orders increasing in this product category? Why are branches underperforming operationally here? So, when your team can sense that something's off or sees an opportunity to dig deeper, this tool really helps give you the power to investigate that with point and click analytics. And here we have our 5 core products that make up our platform. So analytics, financial statements, our add-ons for budgeting and forecasting, and rebates and CRM are all specifically designed for distributors. And when combined, these tools really work seamlessly to connect your people with the information they need and when they need it. So everything you need from better planning your financial future and running your business day to day with greater confidence and clarity. And because analytics is the core of our platform, users can really move from what happened to why it happened with a couple of clicks. And this is throughout all the tools. Our foundation 24 years ago as an analytics tool, and having those analytic capabilities go into things like financial analysis. It makes it easier to spot trends, answer questions, and then take action. Awesome. And excited to share that AI is the next evolution in the Phocas platform. And if, I think a couple customers are here on the call, we already have AI in the tool today. So right now, our natural language AI is live and being used in customer sales environments. So being able to ask questions of your data, like who are my declining customers? What products have the lowest margin? Where am I losing sales month over month? And the tool will be able to run that report for you using your data. But we're not necessarily stopping there. So, oops, I think I'm missing a slide here. That's okay. I can just speak to this. But basically, with our AI that we already have embedded in the tool, we're not planning on stopping there. We're in a unique position because of all of our customers, how many years we've been in the business and how intimately we know distribution. We get your data, we understand your systems and your challenges, and it puts us in a unique spot to be able to really have that foundation to harness the power of AI, helping our customers free up their time and getting those insights to you more quickly. So today we're able to help you self-serve up those insights, follow your logic throughout the data. But in the future, hopefully introducing AI into more areas of the business other than just the sales platform today, and a new tool called Phocas Insights. So it's something I'm going to touch on today in the demo portion. But we do have a new tool called Phocas Insights where your sales data, your CRM data are unified in this tool. And Insights is going to be a way for you to deliver a ready-to-use, out-of-the-box intelligence for your sales reps. So basically being able to highlight what customers are performing, where you should spend your time, and helping your sales team stay proactive with reaching out to some of these different customers versus going and looking it up themselves as well. All right, we have I believe should be a slide here that urges me to demo you guys. So that's the best part of these webinars anyway. So I can go ahead and share my screen for anyone on the call hasn't been introduced to Phocas before. I'll spend some time in the beginning laying out the platform, and who we are, what we do, how we're harnessing your data, and how to navigate in the environment. Hopefully for some of the customers that are on the call today, helping you get ideas for what to include on your dashboards, ideas for how to find some of those sales insights, and I'll ultimately introduce the sales insights product to this group as well. So let me just share my screen. Okay. So I wanted to start here on the home page of Phocas and kind of go through the side navigation bar of what tools we have, what you can expect out of the box with this tool, how we're harnessing that data, et cetera. So on this side panel here, I'd like to start first with dashboards. So dashboards are really going to help us at a high level see how the business is performing in a lot of different areas. So whatever audience, you can create a dashboard, visualize specific reports, and give someone a really high level overview of their data and of their performance. But further than that, being able to focus in and drill down on these dashboards as well. And you do get a couple out of the box, but everyone, it's easy to go ahead and create and customize these, really tailor it to your specific teams and departments. Favorites are going to be like our Phocas saved reports. So I ran a report. I want to save it here for easy access. What's great about these is that they're not static. So if I have a question or the report that I just pulled prompts me to think of something else and I want to drill down into it, these favorites, you're able to continue asking them questions in the Phocas database. But it's a really good starting point and a really good way to automate reports to your teams or those that you just really want to feed that information to. But really the core of the tool is here within our modules and within our databases. So we're actually looking at an SXE/CSD solution here. So what you can expect to get with our analytics tool is databases for sales, purchasing, inventory, ARAP. If you have transfers or TWL, we can bring that in as well. And what these databases do is we're taking that granular transaction level, invoice level, PO level detail and putting it into a database where you can point and click and run your reports. So the sales database is built off of those granular invoice level details. Purchasing is built off of those POs, et cetera. Same thing for finance. Our financial statements tool helps you build income statements, cash flow, balance sheet, you name it, and have those actuals flow through, but also allows you to do financial analysis, drill down into specific areas of performance, and really get to that raw GL transaction level detail that's underneath this environment as well. Our budgeting and forecasting tool, oops, didn't mean to click it. Our budgeting and on top of any of those databases that we have. So if we have, say, a sales budget we want to create, or we are basing our financial budget off of our income statement that we already have built in the tool, and we want to pull in our historical actuals, we can do that with this budgeting tool, make it faster, maintain version control, assign out tasks, things like that. The rebates module is basically we're capturing all of your customer or your supplier information within the analytics tool. So whether it's customer or vendor rebates, we can go ahead and give you the ability to create those rules, pull in those different product categories, eliminate specific SKUs, input rules for, this is a volume or a tiered rebate, things like that, and then automate your tracking of them so you can, one, be able to know where you're going to land at the end of the year, but two, be able to more strategically plan how you're going to maximize those rebates as well. And then lastly, we do have a light CRM. It's a really good way to harness that customer information, log meetings, tasks, and then also being able to publish it into, say, a CRM analysis database so we can report off of our activity as well, or combine our sales and our CRM activity into, say, a dashboard. So that's the basics here for the Phocas homepage. I did want to start today on a dashboard and kind of the theme of how we can use this tool to find insights today, and look at ways that we can improve our sales, for example. So this dashboard is something I created that, within 45 minutes, and really you can create and customize any of those reports that you'd want to see into this dashboard really easily. But as a sales manager, maybe I want to see my high level metrics like year-to-date sales and margin, month-to-date sales and margin. We can choose red, green, yellow, what good means for us, and have that conditional formatting and things like that as well. And maybe I also want to see my performance to budget for my year to date or my month to date. Maybe I want to run some reports, apply logic, and find areas of opportunity for my sales reps. So, hey, we have these customers that are purchasing less and less over a time period. Looks like there's 50 of them. And I want my reps to go and target these accounts and see what's going on. Cross-selling opportunities. I want my reps to target some low-hanging fruit of this product category. In this product category are typically sold together. If that customer is not purchasing one or the other, they're getting it from another distributor. So we want to know who they are, what they're buying, and why they aren't buying it from us. You can also pull in other databases. So up to this point, it was sales. We can even put things like dead stock on a dashboard for being able to see some of those areas we can free up some cash. So, hey, my reps, I want you to sell, these specific dead stock products, or, find out who was purchasing these last year. Maybe they want to purchase them again. And really you can filter and sort on these dashboards as well. So by rep, I want to go ahead and focus on Judy Kelly. And when I log in here as Judy Kelly, maybe this is my view of my performance. I can see what I'm doing for the year, for the month. How am I performing to budget? What opportunities are there for me? And then I can continue diving deeper into it. So, I want to look at my top customer. Looks like it's Tallahassee, and I want to focus on my top customer. Looks like I'm doing okay for the year, performing above budget, and looks like I don't have any opportunities within my what to do today section, but that doesn't mean I can't find opportunities to grow this already high performing customer. So we can do things like performance monitors and averages of, hey, this customer is performing really high compared to the average value per invoice, very high for the average value per line. But we're a little bit low on our margin, and, maybe that's because of the specific products that they're purchasing, but maybe I want to go ahead and dive into that a little bit further and see if I can improve the margin on this already really high performing customer. Let's see here. We can also go ahead and bring, product and other information on here, a trend to see how they're performing this year versus last. Looks like we're doing really well. September of this year, and right now in July we're having a little bit of a dip. So, maybe we can dive a little bit deeper and figure out why. Product categories, I can focus on, let's say, our top product category. Oh, but even in our top product category, we have a couple SKUs that are down. So maybe I can loop this into my conversation with the customer. Lots of different areas that you can combine on a dashboard to give some value to your reps. And a lot of our customers are doing these today. I also wanted to highlight a couple other dashboards that we can do. So this is a good example of how you can combine that single source of truth, especially through an executive lens. So I want to see my customers and my product groups. I want to see my receivable rebates. Who are my new customers? What are the customers we've lost? What's that value of business that we've lost associated with those customers? And I can drill into any of these areas and try to form a strategy for how to come across some of these different issues, or maybe we want to increase our new customers. Lots of different opportunities to drill into. Stock analysis, I want to see off the bat. I want to see who owes us and when we can expect that cash typically. I want to see our current month performance, sales trends, even financial performance. I'm just going through this quickly, but all this to say, combining a lot of different areas that I want to see right off the bat in the morning, and then being able to drill deeper into any of these areas as well. Same thing, I also pulled up a supplier and purchasing dashboard where we can filter by warehouse, product, supplier. Let's just do warehouse 6. Maybe let's focus on a specific supplier, build out that breadcrumb trail of clicks, and see, our stock KPIs, dead stock, high turnover, low stock, and even some really good detail and to help me keep on hand what we need and reduce any of those dead stock or things that are going to sit on our shelves for a long time. And then just to kind of tie this all together, dashboarding is a really important piece for most customers, but I think the level deeper that Phocas goes and where the true value of Phocas is within the databases, where we're able to self-serve insights, drill deeper, and follow our train of thought really throughout the data. So just to do a quick example, maybe I want to drill into my declining customers. I'm going to hit this arrow and it's going to take me into a Phocas database. I'm going to hide my AI for a second. I'll get to that. But now I'm in my declining customers saved report here. We have 50 customers that are declining. For anyone new to Phocas, I'll give you a quick lay of the land. We have dimensions here on the side. So things that you could expect to see on that invoice, like customer, territory, rep, product class, supplier, warehouse, all these different things are custom to that Infor data. This is just my demo environment. And then at the top here, we have different filters. So being able to change the time period we're looking at. This one is declining customers over the last 12 months. We're looking at value, but we can also bring in things like quantity, profit, margin. We can bring in different streams, like seeing sales versus stock, or open orders versus stock on hand, sales versus budget. Lots of different things we can do in this environment, and really what makes Phocas a special tool. But for example, one example of a way we can find low-hanging fruit for our reps is looking for cross-selling opportunities. I think this environment is a lights and illumination distributor. So I know that ballasts and fluorescents are 2 product categories that if my customer is not buying it from me, they've got to be buying it from someone else. So what I can do is matrix these 2 items. Basically, I took them in from rows into columns, and those columns will follow me through my clicks. So if I go back up to customer, now I can see all my customers, 1,175 of them, who are purchasing either ballasts or fluorescents. And we can see a couple zeros here, but let's say I want to see who's purchasing my ballasts and not my fluorescents. So I can do, these categories are pre-built into the tool, like fluorescents equals 0. So now I have 71 customers out of those 1,100 are purchasing ballasts and not our fluorescents. And we want to go see why that is. So this is something I can go ahead and save, add it to a dashboard for my reps, save it as a favorite. I can download it into Excel and send it off the old-fashioned way, no problem. But I think also, seeing who's buying it. So these are our customers, our ballasts. Who is the rep assigned to those customers? Okay, great. We can continue slicing and dicing through this. One last piece I'd probably want to mention for like Phocas basics is anytime you have a question on one of these numbers. So say I'm drilling down, I found an opportunity, my margin is low. Hey, I want to see that specific invoice. What we can do is right click on any number and Phocas and go to the transactions as well to see the actual invoices beneath our numbers on that page there. So this is all that raw data that this environment is built off of. And our customers love that they can have full visibility into this and really trust the numbers that they're running in their reports. Just for time's sake, I wanted to quickly show some of our customers here our Phocas AI that we have in the tool today. This has been released for, gosh, I think six plus months at this point. And it's a natural language model AI, so it's learning more and more as we go and as customers are using it. But what's great is all you have to do is write a specific question, and this AI tool is going to run that report for you. So show me my top 10 customers by margin. It's a pretty basic example, but using the dimensions that we have and the measures that we have to run specific reports. So, and I also love that it tells you exactly how it got there. So if you're new to Phocas and learning, you can actually use this tool to show you how to navigate within the environment. So my stream, I kept it as sales. My mode set to total. I kept it in grid mode here versus our visualization mode. The measure is set to local margin, etc. Awesome. So now I'd love to introduce something that is going to be released by Phocas within the next couple months. And our product team that sits in New Zealand, we have about 100 or so developers working hard over there to bring AI insights to our customers in a way that's really meaningful and meaningful to you and your business. So the kind of this insights tool that we're releasing is really going to be helpful for sales. And basically what we're doing here is instead of, your folks are able to today apply that logic and navigate in the environment really easily, this takes it even one level further and allows us to serve on a platter some of these customers and opportunities for your reps to look into. So basically what we're doing here on this chart is we're segmenting customers by value and by the recency of their purchases. So how recently they purchased, how frequently they typically purchase, and how much they spend. And you can see here at the top are our loyalists and our champions. They buy from us frequently, they buy a high value, and these are, major drivers of our business. But here at the top, we have someone who frequently buys from us and is a high value customer, but lately they haven't been purchased. They've been purchasing less and less. So these 8 customers here are really someone that I want my reps to go save. Same here with the at risk. They're not those top performers, but these are customers that are at one point were loyal, spending a lot of money with us very frequently, but their frequency has been declining. Those are probably the areas that I'd want to start. I want to continue servicing these really loyal and champion customers. But maybe these 8 customers for can't lose, I want to focus on those today. And what's great here is it serves you up a couple different insights, like number of customers, total sales value, average sales value. We can drill into some of these areas, but we can also drill into it by customer. So let's just do D&B Metals. This code here is actually linked to their customer scorecard. So that is basically a dashboard with reports that I want to see per customer filtered to this specific customer that I clicked. This is just going to make it really easy for me to see what exactly is going on and see any opportunities that I can talk about with this customer as well. Again, these dashboards, I can drill into all these different areas and continue to uncover, what went wrong. Let's see here. We're also segmenting on this, this insights dashboard here. Hibernating, customers at risk, can't lose, about to sleep, needs attention, and really kind of taking our analytics a step further, combining them with CRM activity as well. So these insights can appear directly in Phocas, or eventually we can push these insights into an existing CRM, and ultimately helping reps prioritize their day-to-day and driving faster, smarter action across those customers. All right. And then I do have a little bit more time. I'm not sure if I have any financial folks on the call. I know it's been a sales-heavy demo today, but I'd love to kind of just give an introduction to and showing the value of how we can accomplish the needs of multiple departments throughout the business with this one tool. And finance is a huge piece for that, especially with Infor customers. So what this tool does is we're connecting into your ERP data. We're pulling across that raw transaction level, GL level detail in your chart of accounts. And we're allowing you to build your statement, customized and tailored to how you like to see it, and for whatever audience you're reporting to as well. Build that report, save it once, and have all those actuals refreshing within this tool. And you get a couple of statements out of the box, like our P&L, our balance sheet, our cash flow, and our trial balance. But being able to customize these statements and customize where we're mapping those accounts into what groups. Also being able to put in different formulas and things like that as well. But the same analytic capabilities that we have on the sales side, we also have on this side. So for example, I'm looking at my total consolidated income statement, but we like to report based off of branch or division or location. Let's just click country because we're in our demo environment here. But what we can do is focus on one specific branch, location, and hit focus, go back up to our financial statement. And because we're capturing all that raw data, we're able to filter it out. So now we only see statement for this specific location. And I can hit save as a favorite. We can automate this to that manager. So he gets it every month and I get to, not have to waste my time building it in Excel, reformatting and sending it manually. But we can also do things like comparisons across our different branches or locations, et cetera. So this is where that analytics kind of comes in, is we have a matrix button in this environment as well. Those rows turn into columns for us. So if we go back up to our statement, now I can see side by side my total consolidated. And if I scroll, I can see all of my locations across the board. So if I wanted to compare operating expenses, for example, or who's my most profitable location, and I want to make some comparisons, I can do that. But we can also clean up our filters. Right now we're looking at previous, budget, et cetera. Let's just look at our actuals to budget, for example. Or let's see here. Maybe I want to look at my forecast as well. So this is kind of where that budgeting tool also plays in. is we can publish budgets back into that sales environment or back into this financial environment to see our actuals against our budget really, really easily. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I did want to leave a little bit of time here for questions and for Jason to wrap up. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen. And I believe we do have our first question here. So I'd love to know what your biggest reporting challenge is today as it stands.
Yeah, take some time, think about this, and then we will use actually this data for future webinars and how we can better, help our customers like yourself. All right. Moving on.
Oh, whoops. I think I covered these slides.
Okay.
In the beginning. I got off track.
That's okay.
But we do have another polling question. What are you currently using for your BI and analytics?
Yeah, once again, take some time, answer the question. All right. Well, we did have many questions. One, is it possible to get templates of the dashboards that we viewed, or something we can send to the customers that
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I can if you want to share, what you're interested in, whether it's the sales dashboard, the executive, or the purchasing, happy to either share a screenshot or show you on a one-on-one how we built that.
Great. Is there an app for Phocas for mobile devices?
There's no app, but we do reformat to your cell phone. It's funny, I go to a lot of conferences as well, and whether it's at Tug or AD, I always see a customer pull up a dashboard on their phone or tablet or whatever they have, and especially in those AD shows when they're having a conversation with the supplier, they actually pull up a supplier scorecard. So it reformats pretty well to your phone.
Great. For Infor CRM, is it easily integratable with this solution?
The Infor CRM, yes. We have a couple customers working on that today. Most CRMs that we connect into are all pretty custom to that specific client. So we have no problem working together, scoping out what data you need, and how we can incorporate that into Phocas.
And I think maybe this got answered a little bit ago during the AI section, but are you able to call out when features are native or when they are considered add-ons? For example, the AI tool.
Sure. So the AI that's embedded in the Phocas sales database today is already available for customers. It's embedded in the tool. The Focus Insights, as it's still in development, I think it might be an additional charge. More information on that when in the next upcoming months here.
And lastly, how detailed and customizable is the reporting tool? For example, would you be able to push out reports showing me which work orders have not been printed? Also, how often does Focus pull data from the ERP?
Push out work orders, yes, yeah, no problem. Um, and Focus can refresh to the frequency of the data source. If you're in CSD, we're refreshing in line with the data lake there. Typically starting overnight for customers, but for sales, overnight might suffice, but for inventory, for purchasing, for finance, you're going to want that more frequently. We can actually determine the frequency per database and the admin side of the tool for how frequently we're pushing that refresh of the data. Also, on that note, it is an incremental refresh. So we're not loading the entire data set every single time. We're just looking for those changes. So really, really fast refreshes. We're not going to bog you guys down. We're going to make it really easy. Did I hit all the notes on that one?
I think you did, Alexa. So
okay.
Thank you so much. And everybody viewing, thank you for all your great questions. We really appreciate it. A little bit about Aktion, distribution focused, investment in industry specific functionality built in from sales through operations, service and delivery, innovative multi-tenant cloud operate platform for integration workflows and contextual BI, extensibility, IoT, and AI. It's modern, beautiful user experience to support a new generation of workers. Faster time to value, implementation accelerators, and best practices baked into every wholesale distribution deployment. It's a complete suite. A scalable group of applications to meet your specific needs, and hybrid support, single platform to traverse business model from distribution to service to rental to light manufacturing. Aktion and Infor partnership. For Aktion, we're the largest North American distribution partner, 25 plus year gold partner, 2020 Infor Circle of Excellence partner. We support over 700 Infor distribution customers, deeper expertise in distribution, light manufacturing, warehouse operations, and e-commerce skills. Key industries include industrial, building materials, electrical, PHVAC, paper, Jansen, and food and beverage. We employ over 225 professionals to serve our customers with a 24-hour tier 1 hotline support, full software support, 8 a.m. Eastern to 5 p.m. Pacific. Aktion offerings, application consulting, managed services, network engineering, software engineering, website design and development, collaboration for us and you, Aktion Link products, e-commerce, web enablement, CRM, security, virtualization, custom application development, and cloud technologies. So thank you, everyone, for taking time out of your very busy day to come hang out with us, the Aktion team and the team from Phocas as well. If you have any questions, you can direct those to me, Jason Naxted. That's JKNACKSTEDT at Aktion.com. And I can direct you to one of our sales teams to get a demo, or reach out to the team at Phocas themselves. Hello at phocussoftware.com, or you can book a demo through them, phocussoftware.com/book-demo. Thank you to Alexis for hanging out with us today. It's always a great time hanging out with you and learning new things about the Phocas solution. Once again, we will see you next time. Everyone, have a great day.
Bye. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Jason.
Thank you.